If you look at the Q2 results of Tesla, we see that they very strongly increased its sales. However, they reduced its costs, and that is a mistake to become profitable. And part of that profitability is, of course, due to China and to a new sort, a new type of battery, the iron phosphate battery, which are in China very popular, for example, with BYD and other car makers. And Tesla did that battery cells used for the Model 3 standard version, and that reduced dramatically costs.
And Tesla says that public support for greener cars is greater than ever. Do you think they are now ready to go mainstream?
Yes, green cars are the mainstream and will the mainstream tomorrow. On the one hand, on the US, because Joe Biden is now president and Donald Trump no longer, and he wants to become CO2 neutral. The same applies to China. President Xi Jinping said in September last year that they want to have the peak of CO2 in 2030, and the same applies a few days ago from the EU Commission. So everybody wants to go in CO2 neutral cars and mobility, and the only way to do that is with electric-driven, battery electric-driven cars, and therefore we see a big push in the future in that segment.
There is a problem at the moment, though, isn't there? The global chip shortage. How bad is that for manufacturers?
The semiconductor crisis is very serious for the car industry. It started late 2020, and in our projections, it will last until 2023, early 2023, and we calculate that the total car industry will lose about 5.2 million sales during that time. So it's a very tough time for car makers, and we have to find new solutions for the future to make the supply chain for semiconductor more solid and more substantial.
And Tesla is trying to get around that by building a new gigafactory in Berlin, but that has also faced some setbacks, hasn't it?
So the Berlin factory of Tesla has some delays, possibly in the first months of 2022. In total, we see that Tesla has at the moment a lot of production capacities. On the one hand, in Shanghai, with about 450,000 cars, in the US with about 500,000 cars. The problem are not on the supply chain of producing cars. It's more or less having the customers for the cars, and on the other hand, to be balanced the supply chain with the problems of the semiconductors.